Okay, so what's good? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about the iPad. I mean, not this specific iPad, the iPad Air 4, all the iPads. The iPad mini, the iPad Pro, the iPad Air, the regular iPad. And how there's essentially no point buying any of these devices if you're not going to pick up this $130 accessory. I know. I mean, you spend upwards of $700 to $1,000 plus buying a device that's supposed to make your life and your work easier, and this weird guy on the internet is telling you that you need to spend another extra $130. What a load of bull, right? Let's talk about it. The God of gods! A few months ago, I was probably just like you, using my iPad Air 4 with my fingers and enjoying myself and thinking, there's really no point buying this stuff. It really doesn't add anything to the experience. I cannot believe how wrong I was, because there are so many things that you cannot do with your iPad that this pretty much unlocks for you. In fact, it's almost as though Apple has made it so that without actually paying the extra $130 for the Apple Pencil 2, you're not really getting the full experience. And note the fact that I am not asking you to buy any Apple Pencil, not even the Apple Pencil 1, the first generation that they made, but the Apple Pencil 2 specifically, because this is actually a lot different from the first one, and the convenience this brings is also very different. It also has some extra features, so let's talk about them today. The first category we want to talk about is going to have to be writing, taking notes and stuff like that. And this is actually important to students who want to use an iPad as their primary device, or people who just don't want to text with the big ass keyboard on the iPad, holding it this way because it's uncomfortable, and they don't want to add a keyboard and a mouse to their iPad. They want to be able to communicate without having to hold the iPad up this way and type, and I get that, I understand. Yes, you can make the keyboard smaller and then use one finger, but that again is not ergonomic and it's not fun for most people. With the Apple Pencil, you're able to actually write in any text field and have your iPad automatically convert it into actual text. And it doesn't just stop there, because there's actually gestures and things that you can do that make this entire process very, very easy. You can cancel text very quickly, you can add spaces, you can erase stuff, and there's this new double tap feature that you can use to pretty much switch between writing and erasing that's actually super convenient to use and makes everything very easy. Another great thing to note about writing with this is that as a student who is actually used to taking down notes anyway, using the Apple Pencil is going to help you actually take notes faster, and you can simultaneously do things like record voice notes while you're taking notes, especially if you're in class, so that you don't miss anything. That's an absolute no-brainer for me. The second thing that I want to talk about is drawing, and this is the part where everything changes. You literally cannot draw with your iPad without the Apple Pencil, and the Apple Pencil being the only way that you do that, well, you can actually buy some third-party stuff to do that, but we're going to talk about that a little more later in the video. Drawing on this thing with this thing is absolutely insane. It's pressure sensitive, it can feel when you bend it, it can feel everything, and that translates to your drawings and your paintings and everything that you're doing when it comes to creative work. In fact, if you're using Lightroom Mobile or Photoshop on your iPad, you're able to make more specific micro adjustments with the Apple Pencil 2, which is an absolute no-brainer for me. And the final thing that I think makes this an absolute no-brainer is going to have to be the convenience of using it. And that is the fact that this actually just attaches to the side of your iPad automatically and it starts to charge up. So since they have been using this Apple Pencil, I have never had it go below 70%, because instinctively when I'm not using it anymore, I just drop it like this. Before I pick it up again, it's at 100% and I continue what I'm doing. The indicator just shows you that it's charging, it charges fully, and you never have to actually worry about trying to detach the top and insert it at the bottom of your thing. I'm not even sure how Apple thought that design was efficient, but I'm glad they got rid of it and gave us something a little more efficient. Essentially, the point of this video is the creativity this little device here unlocks on your iPad, your iOS tablet device, is absolutely insane. It's not something that anything else will unlock for you. And if you're actually considering just straight up buying another alternative that's going to cost you like $30 or $20 or $50, that's just cheaper and will save you money, I'd advise you not to do it. You see, don't allow bandana boys distract you from recognizing men. Because what this is going to give you in the convenience department, and the fact that it's proprietary, it's actually made by Apple for the iPad, the functionality and the limits that you're able to reach with this is going to be a lot different than buying something that's going to be $25, $30. And yes, you will be able to write with it, you will be able to draw, technically speaking, but the features are going to be limited and you're not going to really be able to do everything that you do with the Apple Pencil 2. Especially not this. And this actually keeps it pretty safe and secure so it doesn't fall off, especially even if you use a case for your iPad Air 4 like I do. Your Apple Pencil is never going to be missing. You're always going to know where it is, and you're going to be able to actually use your Apple Pencil on the go as you wish. Anyways, those were my thoughts about the Apple Pencil 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you're in the market for an iPad, yes, the iPad is a great device. I love my iPad Air 4, but don't buy one if you're not going to pick this up because, again, your functionality is going to be limited. Thank you, and I guess I will see you on another video that will show up by Kagan. Peace.
I finished the work.